Hey there, parents of A-level chemistry students. Are you tired of witnessing your child struggle with A-level chemistry? Are you scared that their dreams of getting into a prestigious medical school may be jeopardized? Imagine the relief of knowing that your child indeed can achieve an A or even an A-star grade in A-level chemistry without the agony of stress or frustration and not even going through clearance. At Brashant Chemistry, we get it. We understand how you are feeling. Perhaps you may not know that chemistry is a very specific, very precise subject. We pay attention to minutest of details. Most students do not know this. So maybe your child is losing marks due to a lack of attention to details. And you are concerned. You are worried. Will my child make it? My child wants to be a doctor. I want my child to be a doctor. Is he going to be a doctor? This has been going on maybe since year 12. And your child is still stuck in a grade D, still facing the same challenges, still unable to get it, unable to break free, unable to just master the key points of A-level chemistry. You have been so worried, you have gone to see your child's classroom teacher, and the classroom teacher has told you, promised you heaven and earth, I will do everything possible. But each assessment returns the same result, a failure. Nothing is changing, and you are probably at your wit's end. You went out looking for traditional tutoring sessions. The tutoring sessions are per hour. They are very good. Some of them are excellent. Undergraduate students, they charge per hour. They can charge you 5p per hour, so long as you're ready to pay. But that is it. You pay for that time, not for the results. They do not assure you of any results. So you are just paying for their time. And they are busy looking at their watch. How much longer before I finish with this and move on to the next one? Your child is receiving tutoring, but is still not being supported. That is not what we do in Brashant Chemistry. Because we know that a child who does not understand what they are being taught gets demotivated. They get stressed out. They lose interest. They want to quit. They do not even want to go to school anymore. That is how they feel. Sadly, this problem will not go away until you do something. You find the right support for this child. So now you're probably thinking, where do I go from here? How can you help me? Yes, I have helped over 300 students with my online tutoring program to excel, to secure admission into their dream courses and universities. Not from just here alone, UK alone, but from all over the world. And today, I am about to tell you or inform you about my programs. You will discover my 12-week transformational journey. It's proven, like I said, over 300 students have used it and successfully secured admission into their chosen courses and universities. Indeed, some of the students have jumped 2 grades. During a crash program, a student went from a grade D to an A in 10 days. That was a crash program, one-to-one crash program, 10 days, because he needed his classroom teacher to predict an A grade for him. So you are about to learn how we achieved this. I am a Radha Oguntoye, and I am the founder of A-level chemistry tutoring program called Brashant Chemistry. I have already told you the number of students I've helped over 300 through my tutoring and through teaching for over the years, decades of teaching, thousands of students have gone through me. My average grade for A-level chemistry tutoring was 93% A star to A grades. As head of department, I moved the result of a department I went to work with. They were on 17%. It was moved to 67% A star A within my first cohort. By the time I left, they were on 93%. So this is how we prove that chemistry is not insurmountable. Students just need support that is tailored towards their problems and to have a rapport and respect for the tutor. Trust that the tutor can lead them to that promised land of university of their choice, course of their choice. Why should you listen to me? Listen firsthand to what my past students and parents have to say. This is Sheena. Listen to him.
So all I really wanted to do was play football. I used to not really pay attention. I actually had Dr. Rose at patience. And when I was in her lessons, I just, something clicked. She's just so engaging, makes it so easy to understand and learn things. It's very logical, step by step. Long story short, I ended up getting an A in chemistry. I applied for medicine, and I actually ended up as the only one in my year that got into medicine without clearing, straight through. My grades are 4 A's. So I'm really grateful looking back to Dr. Rowe. I don't think about her help. I could have got into medicine as easily as I did. So I really recommend that, the courses to the young kids going through A-levels, GCSEs at home. It's just super chill. If you want someone to go through everything with you, just kind of almost hold your hand a little bit, but you do the work, obviously, then I would say you're guaranteed to get, shoot up with an A, from sleeping in class with an A, getting into medicine. Now I work as a doctor. Yeah, I was saying. So, here's Dr. Rowe.
And this is a past parents account.
Dr. Oguntoy taught my son, and it was clear from the very start that she was very invested in what she did. Whenever you went to parents' evenings or anything like that, the enthusiasm for her subject just shone through and was certainly very inspirational for my son. He ended up following his dreams, going to university, and thanks to Dr. Oguntoy, got very good results in his university master's degree and came out with first in masters in chemistry. So we were very pleased as parents, and we always felt that she knew our son really well, even to the point of she always called him the prof whenever we went to parents' evenings, etc. So yes, very pleased. Dr. O.
And this is from the son.
I'm sure. And Dr. was my chemistry teacher in year 7, year 8, year 10, year 11, and year 12. She taught me for 5 years. She was a fantastic and brilliant teacher, and there are 3 things in particular that stuck out to me about her lessons. Number 1 was that no time was ever wasted in her lessons. When you used to go into the classroom, you'd see the amount of learning objectives on the board, and you'd honestly think, wow, I don't think we can cover that much material in 1 hour. How are we going to do this? But you found that with the pace and the delivery of her lessons, you actually did cover that in an hour. And at the end of it, you would look back and you would go, wow, we have covered a lot of ground. And the best thing about it was that when you went into the next lesson and you had to remember what you had learned in the previous one, you actually did. You did remember the stuff that you were taught, even though you were taught so much in so little time. I found that impressive. Secondly, she always had a knack for knowing your potential. And that was really important to me. When I was at school, there was a key focus on students knowing what grade they were achieving and how to get to the next level. So, for example, if you were earning a grade C, you would have to know how to achieve a grade B. Dr. O went beyond that. She always encouraged us to do our absolute best. And she knew that even if we were working at a C at the time, she always had this knack for knowing that you could reach an A or even an A star grade. The main thing, and the thing that was greatest about Dr. O's lessons, was the enthusiasm. Dr. O's lessons were always lively, exciting, and very exuberantly delivered. And to be honest, I found it very inspiring. It made the lessons fun. It made me want to learn more. It made me want to go deeper. And strangely enough, me and my friend would talk about the stuff that was covered in the lessons afterwards. I have not seen that level of excitement and enthusiasm in teaching since, or with any other teacher. Even when I was doing my degree in chemistry, I did not see that level of enthusiasm. And Dr. O was the one with that exuberance and enthusiasm that inspired me to do my degree in the first place. And now, as of 2018, I graduated with a first-class master's degree in chemistry from Loughborough University. And if it wasn't for Dr. O, I might not even have done that. She really did inspire me to keep going, and that is why I think she's a fantastic teacher.
So, our students have just given you, and parents giving you a little information about my teaching method. Yeah? Our students wanted personalized support. That is what Russian chemistry provides. Our programs are delivered with each student in mind, with just attention that focuses on improving the child's confidence and grades. Two of them go hand in hand, grades and confidence, because a child who knows it and is not confident will go into the exam hall and will not come out with the right grade. Our students wanted direct assistance. They don't want 1 hour long lesson until next week. They do not remember that, what you learned. It will take too long. Chemistry is a very volatile subject. So how do you make it that they can actually understand and retain that information? Our priority was immediate help. And that is why, in addition to the lessons, in addition to the Q&A, we have one-to-one strategic support. This goes way well beyond the traditional hourly tutoring. Our students wanted clarification so that they can remember Russian chemistry operates a policy of clarifying every doubt to the minutest level, using everyday events, especially what happens in the kitchen, as our models. We use WhatsApp to chat with students, to give them quick answers to questions, to any challenges they may be having. So they do not have to wait for long to get answers to whatever is bothering them. In chemistry, our students wanted lifeline during challenging times. And what are those challenging times? Challenging times are exam seasons. Children get really stressed out during exam seasons. They need something, they need help. They don't want to wait until, no, they need the help and they need it now. So our small group tutoring sessions are quite small, all right, maximum of 10 or 12, depending on the students in the particular class. And the Q&A sessions are used to make sure that every child is well looked after. Emphasis is placed on every child, so that any child that is struggling, we give them one-to-one. We call them out and say, come on, you can't be in this group for this lesson now, right now. Let us do this with you. And then you can join the class again. But the child knows that we are interested in their development. Very important. Our students, of course, they all want tangible results. What do? That is our goal. We focus on outcomes, not hours. Yes, we will give them the 2 hours teaching. We will give them the 1 hour Q&A. We will give them one-to-one support when needed. But every lesson is aimed for the sky, A star. At the very worst, they end up with A. And that is how our students achieve beyond their wildest expectations. Our students want to get into medical school. They want to get into, that is our niche. We pay a lot of attention to supporting our students to secure that place they need in a medical school and indeed in the university of their choices. In just a moment, you will see the process that guarantees that your child not only excels in A-level chemistry, but transforms their academic journey, not just in chemistry, in the other subjects as well. And therefore, they will secure that admission, get into that course, especially medicine, and their future will be filled with success because they will start their first job with more than average salaries and end up ending much higher than average salaries for their lifetimes. Please note, our programs are not meant only for the top achievers or only for students in the UK. They are meant for any student anywhere in the world who needs support with A-level chemistry. This is what our solution looks like. We call it the new way. We have our structured 12-week A-level mastery program. Students are taught by expert teachers who are still teaching in the classroom. They are all examiners. Most of them were my students when they were learning as student teachers. Many of them ended up being part of my team. And I encourage all of them to become examiners. So when I say expert-led tutoring, I know what I'm talking about. These are people who actually mark your exams. They know what they're talking about. And of course, I've spoken about our one-to-one support. All our lessons are recorded so that students can revisit. If you forget anything, just go back and watch that lesson again. And of course, the Q&A clinics where we answer every question that any child may have from their classroom teachers. As a result, the confidence of our students goes up. And with ease and confidence, with all the smiles, they achieve the A grade, A-star grade, secure the admission, and in August, we are all dancing. So, how is our program different from maybe the one you have used before now? This is what we call the old way. The old way means you go to a college or you go to a sixth form and you are taught in a group of children who have different aspirations. So the motivation is mixed. And your child who wants to be motivated begins to struggle. The teacher is more focused on completing the syllabus and managing the behavior. As a result, your child doesn't get that personalized support and does poorly in exams. If you are lucky, the child will tell you quickly, Dad, Mom, I am struggling with this. Most students don't. When they tell you it's almost too late at the end of year 12, and then you begin to run around, you try tutoring, but you go for per hour tutoring because it is cheaper. And you pay a lot for them. At the end of the day, the child still does not get that grade. Our way or this old way? What do you prefer? Our way eliminates stress. It eliminates frustration. It eliminates fear of failure. It eliminates clearance. I do not like my students going through clearance. I want them going in straight without clearing. Now, I want you to sit down and imagine a few things. Number one, imagine a future where success in A-level chemistry is not just a goal, it's a guarantee for your child. Imagine your child gaining the confidence in their academic abilities, not just in chemistry, with the other 2 or 3 subjects that they are doing. Imagine your child not being stressed when exam season is around, just knows exactly what they need to focus on, what they need for their exam preparation. Imagine your child understanding complex chemistry concepts effortlessly and indeed discussing it with you when you are trying to do something at home, especially in the kitchen, cook or drink, and they are explaining the chemistry of it to you effortlessly. Well, you don't have to imagine anymore because Brashant chemistry solutions will turn these imaginations into reality. This is the answer. Unleash this program for your child. At this stage, you are probably thinking, should I, shouldn't I? And there are only two choices. Take what I've explained to you today and do nothing. Or just give me an additional 2 minutes and I will explain how our solution can help your child so that your child is free of stress, free of frustration, free of fear of failure and indeed failure, free of disappointment. You may not know it. Your child does not want to disappoint you. Your child is scared of disappointing you. This is introducing our online chemistry tuition. Russian chemistry online A-level group tuition. Unlock your child's academic potential with our chemistry mastery program, featured with a lot of enthusiasm and joy and enjoyment. Structured 12-week renewable courses. They are structured in such a way that they align nicely with the spring term, the autumn term, and the summer term. And each term is 12 weeks. So there's a little break for the children to relax, but of course they still get in touch. I never quite have a break from my students. This ensures that they do improve because they know all the questions are up there for them, and we keep answering questions and we keep discussing chemistry at all times. So it becomes second nature. Our groups are usually between 12 and 10. It depends on the ability of the class. The maximum depends on the ability of the children in the class. Okay, but it will never be more than 12 maximum. Like I said, our tutors are all experienced UK teachers, classroom teachers, and they are examiners, AQA, OCR, and Edexcel. I am an OCR A2 examiner for over 10 years. I am a GCSE triple chemistry only examiner for Edexcel, AQA, and OCR over a decade. You are in safe hands with Russian chemistry. Our lessons, every lesson integrates exam preparation. Every lesson. We ensure that if you wake up our students at 2 in the morning and ask them a question that we have covered, they are ready to give you the right answer. Like I said, we target assistance for the students we identify as needing more. Because look, our fingers are not equal. So every child cannot be just like another child. You say A and everyone just understands A as A. It does not work like that. Some will get it the first time. Some will need a little bit of coaching, a bit more. And that is why targeted assistance is important. No child is left behind. As an educator, I have over 30 years of being a classroom teacher, and now as an examiner with over 10 years. All our lessons are recorded, like I already said, allowing flexible revision. Children can always go back and reinforce their understanding of complex concepts. All the videos are put in the classroom for them. Weekly lessons will address specific. So I have the plans for the year, but a child comes and they are struggling with a particular challenge. We face that challenge first. We clarify that point for the child first before we then move on to the lesson of that day. If we don't finish the lesson that day, no worries. We'll find time. Question and answer session is there. At times, I even ask the students, do you mind us just spending a little bit more time? So let's just, just another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. No time. Has any child ever said, no, Dr. O, I've got to go now? They always wait because they know that we are a team working together for their benefits. Like I said, constant support via WhatsApp. Everyone uses WhatsApp now. It's very easy to answer their question. Dr. Oh, this is my question now. How can we do this? They can do that at any time. So long as I have the mobile phone with me, I answer. As simple as that. Our complex topics in chemistry are broken down to such a way that even a child in year 7 will understand a year 13 chemistry topic. And once the children know what they are doing, their confidence improves. You just see them walking a little bit taller. Emphasis remains on exam preparation. Indeed, during exam seasons, we do not teach any new thing. We just focus on exam preparation so that our students can be stress-free. Very important. We do not charge based on how many hours we teach the child. We charge focusing on them achieving an A star or an A grade. Yes, you probably brought out your calculator and began to calculate 2 hours for the teaching, 1 hour for the Q&A, and you came to 3 hours. What about the one-to-one strategic support team? What about the masterclass that the child has access to? The learning compilation, several more. So please, we do not charge per hour. We charge for the whole package, and we focus on the results. That is the aim. Note, this call isn't a pitch at all. It's not a sales pitch. Instead, it's about securing your child's academic success and the future. One of my team can help you to see how this solution may work specifically for your child. Yes, we do not accept every child. We have to assess each child. And we will then create a plan that is specific for your child to make sure that child delivers the results that we expect them to deliver. If your child qualifies, we will invite your child to become our next batch of success story. There's no pressure at all. Absolutely none. But feel free to click the link below to book an appointment. Or better still, go on our website to find more about us. Click on the programs and you may purchase your program online. We look forward to speaking with you soon.